It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We're going to go upstairs for 2 questions. Go ahead, please.
Wolfgang One, the Management Test Agency in Germany. One question first to Carl. How identical was your car for the race after the qualifying? Did you change anything after qualifying? And question number 2 for Mr. Roush. There's currently a rumor in Germany that you're using the wind tunnel from Audi Technologies in Ingolstadt. Can you confirm this or give any details concerning that?
Yeah, for me, the way the rules are, we can't change very much after qualifying. So in the Nationwide Series, we essentially qualify the race setup. And so when we qualify well, it usually means that we're going to run very well. So not much was changed from qualifying, and the car was really good.
We've searched the world for resources and for help with our programs, and you do have it right. The best wind tunnel we've found in the entire world is the Audi wind tunnel in Stuttgart, and we go over there whenever we can and test, hopefully with our competitors, not knowing what we're up to. But from time to time, we're in Stuttgart, and we always have more confidence in the data and get things that are more representative of what happens on the racetrack at that wind tunnel in any place in the world.
More questions? Jeff?
Obviously, the guy that finished second and third are both Toyotas, and they weren't necessarily happy about how the way it played out with the engine change and everything like that, or the spacer change. What impact do you think that had on the race, if any, today as far as power?
Well, it kept them from having a giant advantage the whole day, like they've had for the whole first half of the year. So, to me, I like the change that they made. I think it leveled the playing field. I didn't feel like when I was racing with Tony or Brian that one of us had a big advantage. I thought it was pretty even. So, we work really hard on our cars, just like they do, and we've worked with a little bit of a deficit in the engine department. And I'm just happy with the change that NASCAR made. I think the racing you saw today and the parity out there is a result of that.
Being absolutely clear, when NASCAR approved the Toyota engine, they gave them a bunch of considerations from a parameter point of view, a dimension point of view that were outside the box in terms of what the Ford engine was. The push rods are straighter, the camshaft's higher, the push rods are shorter, the valve train's stiffer, the cooling system works better. All those things were things that NASCAR uses discretion to approve that obsoleted the Ford engine. And we can't make as much power as they do with the parts we have. And right now, we can't afford to obsolete all the parts that we have. So NASCAR, in the interest of fairness and balancing the competition, from a potential point of view, after they went to great lengths to be able to check the engines and find out what they were doing, decided that they needed to rein Toyota in, and that's what they did. And there's crying and there's complaining about it, but the problem was that when they submitted the engine, that Toyota had approved things that obsoleted really everybody else. And now we've all got the necessity to come back and redesign and obsolete our current engines in order to get competitive. And the error wasn't ours for getting behind. The error was in what Toyota offered and what NASCAR approved.
And let's be clear, it's not a situation right now where Toyota's at a deficit to everyone else. The situation is that they're back to par, even with everyone else. So, that's okay.
Drew?
I mean, it was frustrating for us on Saturday afternoons to run sixth with very good balanced race cars with Carl Edwards. Matt Kenseth, Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, those guys run around Michigan with their eyes closed. And to come here and to have a balanced car to finish fifth or sixth like we did at California was extremely frustrating. So I think what you saw today was the guys that run up front on Sunday, run up front on Saturday, and it was very, very level.
Very good. Any more? Jeff, one more.
I wanted to ask you about planners. First of all, how many sponsors have you had this year? I can't even imagine, but how did the planners thing come about, and was that kind of a cool deal for you?
It is cool. It's a craft brand, and it's pretty neat for them to sponsor a car. Anytime a sponsor does one race, it makes me real nervous, because anything can happen in one race, and it's not very often that you get a win. So, I've shelled a lot of peanuts and ate a lot of peanuts over my racing career. Even though some people say it's bad luck, but they're just good, and I couldn't get past that. So it was really cool to have them on board. And you know, if that would have been a peanut wrapper on the grill at that one point in the race, and that would have cost us the race, now that would have been bad luck. But I don't think it was. I think it was hot dog or something.
You know, it's occasionally it happens that a one-off race sponsorship results in a win, and we had the same thing with Carl with Scott's, and of course it matured to a long-lasting relationship, and we anticipate and worked for the same thing with Planters and Kraft to make it an expectation that we could be up front and give them good value for their sponsorship dollar.
All right, any more for our race winners? Jeff, go ahead.
You did your backflip with your helmet Hans on. What was that? What was that all about? And how did you? Wouldn't that restrict your flipping ability?
Yeah, it was not a pretty backflip, but I don't know. I had it on, and then it was kind of time to get out of the car, so I figured I'll just try it with my helmet on, and I haven't done that for a while, so that's what happened. I didn't really have a plan. I was just real excited.
All right, guys, congratulations.